I had to sit around all day, and I want to talk about the pirate ship for a second. And, people tweeting me all day. The Huffington Post has come out with a story that says, Adam Carolla to Gavin Newsom, what's wrong with blacks and Latinos? That's it's not what I said to Gavin Newsom. I didn't bring up blacks and Latinos. He brought up blacks and Latinos. But let me now take this moment to talk to all the pussies that are out there trying to stir things up and turn me into a racist. I got news for you. Me saying parents should stick around and raise their children, me saying families and cultures should focus on education, is not radical or revolutionary. It's the fucking truth. Now, you guys all want to line up behind cowards like Gavin Newsom and put your full support behind a guy who's doing what? For whom? What is he doing? All Gavin Newsom is doing is telling us the system is broken. By the way, you are the system, Gavin Newsom. You and all your fucking people are one big system, and it's broken. It's like the fucking crew chief saying, no, it's not the driver, it's the car. The car's broken. Well, you're the crew chief. Yeah, the car's broken. Well, fix the car. It's not the driver. Okay, it's not the driver. Then it's the system. You are the system, Gavin Newsom. Fix the system. But you won't fix the system because you know what it takes to fix the system. And you're a fucking coward. And guys like Huffington Post, you guys fucking line up behind these people. And let me tell you something. You guys all have blood on your hands because the problem could be fixed. It's a problem. And it's a problem that involves bodies. People die every year. There's people getting shot. There's brown people shooting other brown people on the streets of Chicago every fucking day of the week. And you guys sit there silently. If it was a Sandy Hook situation or anything else, you'd be all up in arms, but you can't say a word. So you sit there with your fucking coward hands over your fucking cowardly little soup coolers. And then when somebody has the guts to say something, to speak the truth for fucking one hot second, you jump up his ass and call him a racist. Thus, you silent the media. Now you perpetuate the problem. So the politicians sit there with their arms folded because they're cowards and they're pussies and they're in the job. Their job is being reelected, not saving poor people, not helping poor people, not saving brown people, not saving kids from shooting kids or black on black crime or poverty. That's not their job. Their job is to get reelected. So they sit there. That's their job. I don't blame Gavin Newsom. Gavin's a nice guy who doesn't want to do shit and doesn't want to say a word because he wants to be reelected. And if he starts speaking his mind and he knows the truth, and by the way, Gavin Newsom, he comes from a broken family too. Right. His dad was the head counsel for Getty Oil. Okay? His dad's an attorney for Getty Oil growing up. He didn't grow up without having to make ends meet. That's such bullshit.
Not just an attorney, the attorney.
The attorney for the biggest oil company, one of the biggest oil companies around. That's what your dad did, and you're trying to fucking have us play a violin for you in your hard Scrabble upbringing so you can be one of them? Are you fucking nuts? I'd love to know what schools he went to. I'd love to know all the fucking private schools and nannies and all the places he was toted around. But all right. Gavin Newsom and Viragosa, and Governor Brown, all you guys, you have to fucking walk the walk and talk the talk and shut your fucking pussy holes because you got to get reelected. I understand that. That's your job. I don't want you reelected, but you can't say a word because you'll get thrown out on your ass. But the news media, it's your job to try to do something. It's your job to blow the lid off these things. This is an epidemic. It's an epidemic. What's going on in the black community is an epidemic. And it's an epidemic that's involving people dying every day. If this was sickle cell, you guys would be talking about it. But it's not. It's a social issue. It involves family. It involves some judgment and some finger pointing. And you're not willing to do that because you're pussy cowards. You are willing to point fingers at me. You have no problem with that fucking finger. You'll point fingers at me all day long, but you won't point fingers where they belong, which is at these families. And consequently, kids are living in poverty. Generations are rolling over in poverty, and they're dying. They're shooting each other. They're stabbing each other. They're killing each other. You won't say a word. The politicians won't say a fucking word. The so-called leaders won't say a fucking word. And when I say a fucking word, I'm called a racist. So you can silence me. Good. Have it your way. Nobody say a fucking word, and then we'll watch all the black and brown people just go off into poverty, and we'll hear all the stories about all the 14-year-olds on the streets of Chicago being shot by other 14-year-olds. Is that your plan? You fucking coward pussies. So let me tell you something. I got something called a pirate ship, Huffington Post. I don't give a fuck about you and your fucking opinions. Hold on. Did you hear that sound? That was the sound of me selling a bottle of Mangria, you pussies. And what was that? That was the sound.
That's after the guy finishes the Mangria and throws up.
That was the sound of me selling another book. And that was the sound of another ticket being sold in another city I'm coming to sell out another theater and sell another 40 cases of Mangria, you fucking pussies. And if I was on radio and I was on TV, I would have to apologize. I have a program director in here right now getting me to apologize for what? Telling the truth? For telling a politician to do this fucking job? Who, by the way, a politician who brought up the topic. I did not bring it up to him. He brought it up. I told him, let's find the answer to this problem. I danced with him for 20 minutes, and he came up with nothing other than I've oversimplified things by suggesting dads should stick around and raise their kids. Good. I think that is a simple answer, and I think it's the most effective answer. But on the other hand, I'm a racist. I hate black people and Hispanic people. I don't have a problem with Jews. I don't have a problem with Japanese. I don't have a problem with many other cultures. I've just decided to focus on these two and take all my racist ire and direct it toward those two cultures. I don't know why I'm not hating Armenians.
Oh, you get around to it.
I get around to it.
Yeah.
I'm not taking my ire and directing it toward, I don't know, whatever Chris Maxipata is over there. Nope.
Get a pad and pencil.
Just focused on these two. So keep going, Huffington Post. Keep pointing fingers at people that speak out. Good job, media. Silence everyone who says there's a problem. Silence everyone who attempts to take these people and really earnestly get them out of poverty. To really earnestly try to look at the problem realistically, to look at the problem of violence, to look at the problem of education, to look at the socioeconomic problem. Someone who really honestly tries to take a look at this problem, you silence them by calling them a racist. You have the racist finger out all the time, but the finger you use for personal responsibility, that stays up your ass. That never leaves your asshole, you hypocritical pussies. Anyway,
I'm guessing they're on different hands.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, different finger.
Not the wifey
different arm.
hand.
Right
Yeah.
arm,
Not
left
the
arm.
Edie hand.
All right. I have built a pirate ship. I know you guys would love to get a fucking boycott going. Go ahead, pussies. Get your boycott going. I own the fucking building. I own the building. I own the fucking mics. I own all of you.
Oh, so now you think
Row,
you own
motherfucker.
people?
I own everything. You can't do shit. See, you notice? You notice if I was on radio, they'd be going to CBS. We demand he apologize. Oh, if I was on Comedy Central, they go to Comedy Central. We demand he apologize. No one demands I apologize, but go ahead and try anyway, pussies. Have fun. That'll be the first 20 minutes I do on Sunday's show. Come on down, you fucking hypocritical pussies.
I would like to hear what it would sound like if the program director asked him to apologize.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I own you. Now finish breaking in my shoes and get down and give me 20. So, I built this pirate ship.
When I'm done breaking in the shoes, will you apologize, please?
I built the pirate ship for a reason, so that I could speak my mind / the truth and not have to worry about fake apologies, backpedaling, and being shut down, shit canned, and threatened out of existence by people who are trying to essentially make sure a group goes extinct. They really are. You're really doing nothing for these fucking people. You're standing around, you're watching them kill themselves, you're watching them shoot themselves, you're watching them drop out of school, you're doing nothing, and all you can do is judge anyone who pipes up and has an opinion about it. You are the problem. You want to do something? Let's go. But you don't want to do anything, and I understand why. Because you're scared. And the reason you're scared is you have a job. You speak up and you work for the Huffington Post, you're fucking fired.